Hello and welcome back to the Michael Talks Football channel. The last confederation we're covering before the international break for October, and it's UEFA. Massive matchups in October. Denmark, Germany could possibly secure their spots to Qatar. Group G, Group H between Croatia and Russia, and Group G between Holland, Netherlands, and Turkey. A lot of tight groups. Group D, the group of draws, because all that group does is just draw their matches, especially Ukraine. But let's get into the preview and predictions. Remember, guys, if you're new around here, subscribe to the channel, like the video, and let's get into the preview and predictions. So, the first group we have here, Group A, with Portugal, Serbia, Luxembourg, Republic of Ireland, and Azerbaijan. Basically, Ireland and Azerbaijan, they have no chance anymore. Luxembourg could possibly sneak their way because they have a game in hand of Serbia and Portugal. And Serbia and Portugal just got to keep on winning, because if we look at the matches heading into October, obviously, Portugal beating Azerbaijan, getting the late winner against Ireland thanks to Ronaldo. Serbia beating Luxembourg 4-1 at home, then drawing away at Ireland, and Ireland finally got their first 2 points of the group. Now, I don't know why it took so long, Ireland, but hey, it is what it is. But now, in October, Luxembourg versus Serbia, massive matchup here. I predicted in my 32 teams World Cup predictions, you guys can go check out the video, that Serbia would make it to the World Cup. Yes, I said Serbia would make it. Obviously, they didn't make it to the Euros, but made it to the last World Cup. But I believe in their new manager, Stojkovic. And they have so many talented players like Tadic, Blahovic, Mitrovic, Milinkovic-Savic. I could go on about this Serbia squad. So if they want to qualify to the World Cup directly, they have to beat Luxembourg in this matchup. They have to, especially away. But we know Luxembourg are no joke. And in the Champions League, Thiel, the midfielder for Sheriff Tiraspol, scored the winner against Real Madrid. So let's see if he scores another banger of a goal against Serbia. Time will tell. But Azerbaijan, Ireland, I'm going to go with a draw there, 1-1. Doesn't really matter between that match. But Luxembourg versus Serbia, I think Serbia are going to be in confidence, even though they drew 1-1 away with Ireland, but they had a lot of chances during the game. So I'm going to go with a 2-1 win here for Serbia in the October break. We'll save our predictions then for match day 2 in October, because then I'll be doing live streams. So remember, guys, you can join me in the live streams, because I'll be reviewing each match day, and we're going to preview then the next match day for the World Cup qualifiers from every confederation. But this is how the standings and the matches are heading into October for Group A in UEFA. And we all know the last match day in November, 14th of November, it's Portugal versus Serbia. So we're on a collision course for that, because right now it's only 2 points between Serbia and Portugal, and we know it's going to be a tough battle. But Serbia got to keep on winning, and I expect Portugal to keep on winning all their matches, unless barring an absolute miracle from some team. But we're going to go to Group B now, where there's Spain on 13 points, 6 matches played, Sweden 4 matches played on 9 points, Greece right behind them, 4 matches played on 6 points, and then Kosovo and Georgia rounded out in the bottom 2. So we know Spain are not going to play any matches during the October international break, because they'll be playing in the Nations League final. So then it's going to come down to Sweden and Greece. If Sweden and Greece can keep on winning their matches, who knows? And we know what happened in the last matchup between Sweden and Greece. It ended in a 2-1 win for Greece after Sweden beat Spain at home 2-1. So this group is still very open. With the first matches, we got Sweden versus Kosovo. Even though Kosovo have been improving the last couple of years, which is great to see, I still expect Sweden to win this matchup 3-0, 3-1. That's going to be my guess here. Georgia versus Greece. Who knows? Greece could look really good one day and then look terrible the next day. It's just been the Greece story the last couple of years, and when it comes to football, they haven't made it to major international tournaments since the 2014 World Cup, where they actually made it to the round of 16 but lost to Costa Rica. But I think Greece are in a good role here. They have a lot of young, interesting players. Obviously, Tsimikas comes to mind for Liverpool. Pavlidis, he's the striker. At where he's at some Dutch squad, I can't remember where it was. Pavlidis, I think it's Alice Alkmaar. I remember seeing him in the Conference League. They have obviously Giannoulis from Norwich City, so they have actually a lot of good players. Pelikas for Fenerbahce, Vladidomis, the Benfica goalkeeper. So Greece are no joke nowadays. They actually have a lot of decent players. So I expect then Greece to beat Georgia in that matchup 2-1, and then we'll save our predictions then for the following matches after that, because we have a massive matchup between Sweden and Greece. So we'll save our predictions then. You guys let me know, if you're a Swedish fan, how are you feeling going into the October break? And if you're a Greek fan, how are you feeling? Are you guys on the rise once again? Because I hope Greece are on the rise. They have a lot of good players, and it's been tough. They've lost to Liechtenstein at home, Greece, for all I know, because they were in the same group as Finland for many times. So it's all going to come down then to the last couple matches, where in November, Spain are going to play Greece and Sweden in their last 2 matches. So it could be a tough road for Spain. Who knows? Maybe Spain have to go through the playoffs. But that's the review of Group B. Group C, we got Italy, Switzerland, Northern Ireland, Bulgaria, Lithuania. Italy so far on 14 points, but obviously they're going to be playing in the Nations League final like Spain, so they're not going to play any matches. Switzerland and Northern Ireland will try and win their games to keep up with Italy, especially Switzerland. If Switzerland can keep on winning, then they can maybe sneak into the direct spot, because we know that the last matchup, it is 12th of November, it is Italy versus Switzerland, so it could be massive. But first matches we got is Lithuania, Bulgaria. Doesn't really matter there, but I'm going to go with the Bulgaria win there. They drew with actually Italy in the last international break, so good for them. I'll go with the 2-1 win there for Bulgaria. Switzerland, Northern Ireland, massive matchup here. Even though the teams drew last games 0-0, I expect then Switzerland to do much better. I'm going to go with a 2-1 win here for Switzerland against Northern Ireland. I can already tell you the results then of the following matches: Lithuania, Switzerland. I'm going to go with a 2-1 win here for 3-1 win here for Switzerland. Bulgaria, Northern Ireland could be tough for Northern Ireland away from home, but then after losing to Switzerland, how much pride will they have? They'll have pride, but how much motivation will be there, because they know that it's going to be a tough road to get to the second place. So I might go for a draw there between Bulgaria and Northern Ireland, 1-1. But that is the outlook then for Group C for the UEFA. And now we have Group D, my group with Finland. France are on top with 12 points, 6 games played. They're obviously going to play in the Nations League like I talked about. Ukraine are on 5 points because they have drawn every single game. At least be consistent. At least be consistent, Ukraine. That's what they're doing right now. Finland and Bosnia. Finland's on 5 points. Bosnia's on 3 points. And Kazakhstan are on 3 points as well. So this group still is very open to see who gets the second spot. If somehow, some way, Finland can win both their matchups in October against Ukraine and Kazakhstan, they will only be 1 point behind France. And the last match day, it is Finland versus France here in Finland. So I'm hoping that we can get to that point where it goes into the final match day and Finland's only 1 point behind France. And then, well, I can dream, guys. I can dream. But there are some very interesting matchups here, especially since France is not going to play. We're going to see then some of these teams are going to falter, and then some of these teams are going to rise to the second spot. So first matchup we have, it is Kazakhstan versus Bosnia, and we know in the last game it was a 2-2 draw between Bosnia and Kazakhstan, because Kazakhstan equalized in the last minute with a free kick that went under the wall. Sometimes that's why you put a guy behind the wall, kind of like Messi did for PSG against Man City. Bosnia didn't do that. It cost them, and they drew the game 2-2. France obviously beat Finland 2-0. Putrid performance from Finland. Didn't do anything in that matchup. France fully deserved it. For Kazakhstan versus Bosnia, Kazakhstan, very, very good team. Well, not very, very good team, but they're a good team. They've always been the whipping boys, but right now, they're drawing with everybody. Ukraine twice, Bosnia once. Obviously, they lost to France, but now, and Finland beat them in the last international break as well. I was at the match. Kazakhstan, Bosnia, I'm tempted with the draw, because, why not just say a draw? It's easy with this group. You guys let me know in the comments. What's your predictions for these two games? Kazakhstan, Bosnia, and Finland, Ukraine. I might just go 1-1 for both of the games. I don't know. It's so hard to tell which teams are going to win. You expect Bosnia to beat Kazakhstan with the talent that they have, but Kazakhstan can surprise. Who knows? It's artificial turf as well in Kazakhstan. But F it, 1-1 between Kazakhstan, Bosnia, and then Finland, Ukraine, I'm going to go with a 1-1. And if you guys are interested, I'm going to come with a match preview for the Finland, Ukraine, because I'm a Finland national team fan. My channel can do what I want, really. I know if you guys care, you guys can watch the video, of course, but it's more to the Finland fans. But who knows? Maybe you guys are interested. Finland, Ukraine's a very massive matchup. Both of these teams were at the Euros in the summer, so interesting matchup. Then we have Kazakhstan, Finland. I might just go with the draw there as well. Ukraine, Bosnia, it's easy to say a draw, but you expect Ukraine to beat Bosnia. But there's no Malinovsky anymore for Ukraine. Apparently has a fallout with the manager currently, since Shevchenko now is no more the manager of the Ukraine national team. So I'll just go with the draw there as well. Might as well just say 1-1 for every single of these games, because it's just easier to say. But I might change my predictions after the first match days. But for Kazakhstan, Bosnia, 1-1. Finland, Ukraine, 1-1. That's going to be my predictions. Group B, we have Belgium, Czech Republic, Wales, Belarus, Estonia. Belgium, they can secure their spot, I think, to Qatar. If Czech Republic fail to... actually, they still got to win one more match, Belgium. But Czech Republic, Wales, they still got to play each other, I believe. And Wales still have to play Belgium on the final match day. So This next matchup between Estonia and Belarus doesn't really matter. Both teams had an enthralling game last time they played against each other, 4-2. So I'll go with a 2-1 win here for Estonia, actually. Then we have Czech Republic, Wales. Massive game. But Wales they should have beaten Estonia, but they drew 0-0. That cannot happen if you're a Welsh fan. If you're Welsh players with the players you have, you should definitely be beating Estonia. No disrespect to my Estonian fans, but Wales should have won that game. They didn't, and now it's going to be tough road. They got to go away to Czech Republic. They still got to play Belgium. I'm tempted with the Czech Republic win here. Petr Schick has been on good form for Bayer Leverkusen and for country, so I'm going to go with the Czech Republic win here, and I'm going to say 2-1. Then we have Belarus, Czech Republic. I'm going to go with a 2-1 win here for Czech Republic again. And Estonia, Wales. It should be a Wales win, 2-0 for Wales. That's the outlook then for Group E, and we go on to Group F, where Denmark. The High Flyers, 6 wins out of 6, 22 goals, 0, a big fat donut conceded. They haven't conceded any goals so far in World Cup qualifiers. They are on an absolute roll. If they win both of their matches in the October break, they will be going directly to Qatar. So, I mean, pack your bags, Danish fans. I think you're going to the World Cup, and I'm pretty sure about that. But now we have interesting here. We got Scotland and Israel, Austria, all separated still by 4 points. Obviously, Israel beating Austria in the last international break. Was it 5-2? I believe it was the result. Yes, 5-2. Yes, I remember it being 5-2. So Scotland obviously beating Moldova 1-0, very easy, massive matchup there, and then Scotland beating Austria 1-0, massive matchup. But now we have first matchup, 9th of October, Scotland versus Israel. Massive game, massive game. Both of these teams, Israel haven't played very well away from home, so that might hinder them a little bit. Scotland are obviously going to have a full crown at Hampden Park. Very tough place to go to. I don't expect this to be a very high-scoring game. I know the Israelis are very high scorers with Zahavi, Solomon, and these sort of players. Gabor, these sort of players. They're very good players for Israel, but man, they don't travel well away from home. They've only won 2 away games. Obviously, they beat Faroe Islands. They beat Moldova. They've done well at home. They've only lost to Denmark 2-0 at home. They drew with Scotland 1-1 and beat Austria 5-2. So if Israel can beat Scotland in this match, they're on a good course then to finish second in this group and get to the playoffs. However, if Israel then loses to Scotland, I think Scotland then will get the second place in this group, because Scotland don't have to play Denmark anymore, I believe. Oh no, they do have to play them in the last match day. So that could maybe come back. Oh, this is a tough matchup to call. This is a tough matchup. Oh. You gotta say though, I think Scotland are gonna beat Israel. I would trust more if it was in Israel, but it's not in Israel, so I'm gonna go with a Scotland win here. I'm gonna say 2-1. I'm gonna say Scotland 2-1. But who knows? It still could change a lot in this group depending on how Scotland fare against Denmark. But they have very easy matchups after that. Scotland, they got Faroe Islands, they got Moldova. So if Scotland can beat Israel in this home matchup, you can almost guarantee that they'll finish second in the group. So then we have Faroe Islands, Austria, easy win for Austria, 3-0. Then we have Moldova, Denmark, 5-0 Denmark. They're on absolute smoke right now. Then we have Faroe Islands, Scotland, should be easy win for Scotland, 2-0. Israel, Moldova, 5-0. Denmark, Austria, obviously Denmark destroyed Austria in the last matchup, 4-0 away. I'll continue saying they're going to keep a clean sheet because that's all they do. So 2-0 win here for Denmark. So that's the outlook then for Group F of the UEFA. Now we have Group G, Netherlands, Norway, Turkey. Netherlands on 13, Norway on 13, Turkey on 11 points, Montenegro 8, Latvia 5 points, and Gibraltar at the bottom with 0 points. But we have a lot of news in this group, especially for Turkey and especially for Norway. First off, for Turkey, they fired their old manager, and in comes in Stefan Kuntz, who was the former Germany under-21 manager. So there's a little bit of change for Turkey heading into this game. And then for Norway, there's no Haaland and there's no Sorloth. Unfortunately for Norway, they've been playing well recently, but now those injuries might come back to bite them. But we don't know how this Turkey team is going to come out. They have looked absolutely horrible since drawing 3-3 with Latvia. Ever since then, it's just been downhill. Their defense looks horrible. The attack I thought would be looking good. It doesn't look good with Burak Yilmaz, Çalhanoğlu, Yashiki. They have a lot of talented players. Cekas Under. But man, Turkey has not looked good. But you got to think now with the new manager, Kuntz, It might get a little bit better, but let's see. But I think they're going to get the win against Norway at home because when you don't have Haaland, yes, there's Erdegaard and there's El Yunusi and these sort of guys, but Haaland is that missing piece. You need that striker. They just don't have that striker. So I think Turkey are going to win the game 2-1. If Norway can draw that game, that's good. They can still secure second spot. For the other games, Montenegro will beat Gibraltar definitely 2-0, 3-0. And Netherlands will definitely beat Latvia 3-0, 4-0. For the other games, then in October, we have 11th of October, we have Latvia, Turkey. I mean, Turkey might want to get revenge here. 4-1 for Turkey. Norway versus Montenegro. Still no Haaland, but they have a little bit more quality in Montenegro. I'll go with a narrow 2-1 win here for Norway. Netherlands, Gibraltar 5-0. So, I mean, after this international break, then Norway still has to go away to Netherlands, and Turkey actually Turkey has a lot of easy games. Their only last hard game is Montenegro. So if Turkey can beat Norway and then hope for the last match day, then Netherlands beats Norway, then Turkey can get the second spot. So massive game between Turkey and Norway, excuse me. Massive game. I just think the injuries now to Haaland and Sorov are going to be massive towards Norway's chances. But we don't know what Turkey squad is going to come out with. But just because of those injuries to Norway, I'm going to go with a Turkey win. Sorry, Norwegian fans. Next group, we have Croatia, Russia. They're both on 13 points, 4 points ahead of Slovakia, 9, Slovenia, 7, Malta and Cyprus. Competitive, but they're both on 4 points. Very competitive, but 4 points for both of the teams. This is basically going to be down to Croatia and Russia. Croatia and Russia. So we know that Croatia and Russia are going to be playing against each other in the last match day, 14th of November. So they just got to keep winning their games, basically, if you're Croatia and Russian fans. Malta, Slovenia. I'll go with the draw there, 1-1 between Malta and Slovenia. Malta have actually been improving the last couple of years. Cyprus, Croatia, you expect Croatia to win the game, even though they don't play their best football away from Croatia. 2-0 win. Russia, Slovakia could be interesting. Slovakia are no joke. They obviously did quite decent at the Euros. I thought they were competitive, even though they got thrashed by Spain 5-0, 6-0. But I'll go with a Russia win here because they have to keep winning their games. 2-1, excuse me. Then we have Cyprus, Malta. Could be interesting. Could be high scoring, possibly. I'll go with a Cyprus win here. 2-1 for Cyprus. Slovenia, Russia. You got to keep thinking to yourself, Russia's got to keep on winning. Could they slip up in this matchup? Possibly. It's not an easy match in Maribor. I'll go with a 1-0 win here for Russia. Croatia, Slovakia. 2-0 win here for Croatia. They do very well at home. So that's the outlook then for Group G. We have Group I. England on 16. Albania surprisingly are in second, but fantastic to see Albania in second place. Poland and Hungary 11 and 10 points. Andorra 3 points. And San Marino on 0 points. So that's how the standings are heading into the October break. And Albania are going to have a very, Albania had a lot of easy matchups. They had San Marino. They actually beat Hungary at home in the last international break. I forgot about that. So Albania, let's see if Hungary are going to get their revenge against Albania. But we know there's not going to be any fans in the Hungary stadium. They have a stadium ban towards the fans because of racist abuse towards English players in the last match. So will that hinder the Hungarian players? Let's see. England will definitely beat Andorra. Hungary versus Albania. This is a very interesting matchup. Very interesting because Hungary haven't looked so good since the Euros. I got to be honest, even though they have a lot of good players like Soboslai, Gulaski, the goalkeeper, but they barely beat Andorra like 2-1. That's not good enough. But then when we think about this Albania squad, especially the striker Broha, who's the young striker at Southampton, only 20 years old, very good player. I think of Kedi Bare, the midfielder from Espanyol. So they have good players. Gimisti from Atalanta, the center back Kijai, the right back from Lazio. So they have good players, Albania. They're no joke. They're going to make life difficult against Albania. Man, this is a tough matchup to call between Hungary and Albania, Could end in a draw as well, like a 1-1 or something like that. I would say if there was fans, then it would be a Hungary win. I'll go with a 1-1 draw here between Hungary and Albania, which is a good result for Albania away from home. Poland, San Marino, we know 7-0. We know 7-0. Other matches then in October, I'll probably save all my predictions for these games. San Marino and Andorra, hopefully San Marino's just score a goal. If they can win a game, that would be absolutely fantastic. We'll go with the 2-1 then for Andorra. But then for the other games, Albania, Poland, England, Hungary, I'll save my predictions then later in this week. The last group we have then, Group J, Germany, on a roll now under Hansi Flick. 15 points, 6 games played. Armenia faltered a little bit, even though they were on top of the group before the September break. 11 points. Romania 10 points. North Macedonia 9 points. Iceland and Liechtenstein rounded off as the bottom 2 teams. So this could get interesting to see who gets the second spot in this group, because I think Germany can secure this. They can secure this World Cup spot at the end of this, especially because they play Romania in the next matchup at the Hamburg Volksparken Stadion. Iceland, Armenia. Oh, man, Armenia, man. You were doing so well, but then you drew with Liechtenstein 1-1 at home. And obviously they got destroyed away at Germany 6-0. Had Armenia beaten Liechtenstein, they would then be second place. They would be even further in second place. But now, I'm not so trustworthy of this team right now. Liechtenstein, North Macedonia should be an easy win for North Macedonia. Iceland, Armenia, I could imagine then Iceland making a tough match to Armenia, even though they're an improved squad, Armenia. 2-1 Armenia. I'm still going to go with Armenia. I still want to trust that they will get second place in this group, because it would be fantastic to see Armenia, North Macedonia, or also Romania. It doesn't really matter who gets to second place, but as one of those 2 teams, let's see who then gets to the second place in this group. But Iceland, Armenia, 2-1 win for Armenia. Then we have Germany, Romania, 4-1. I mean, Germany are on a roll right now with Hansi Flick, and I knew this would happen. Hansi Flick, they just needed to get Joachim Löw out of there, and good things would happen for Germany, and we're seeing that right now. And for the other matches, I'll wait then later in the week to give my predictions. North Macedonia, Germany. You expect Germany to win that game. Romania, Armenia. I expect then Romania to bounce back and beat then Armenia. So then it's going to get very interesting heading into November, where there's Armenia, North Macedonia. You got then Armenia, Germany. You got North Macedonia, Iceland. So Romania can definitely secure their spot as the second place team in this group heading into the November qualifiers. But that is all the preview and predictions then for UEFA. Long video, guys. Thank you so much if you have watched this long into the video. Really appreciate that. If you're new around here, remember to subscribe to the channel, like the video, and let me know in the comment section down below what is your predictions and how are you feeling about your nation's teams matches heading into the October break. I've talked too long. I've lost for words. But thank you for watching. Remember, guys, I'll be doing live streams later this week where we preview the following matches and we review the last matches. So stay tuned for that, guys. Have a beautiful day. Thank you for watching, and peace.